Hey y'all, Uncle Eddie back at it again. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Let's see, got the rod, drilled the holes, got everything I need to go in it, and we're gonna reinstall it, being that I had, well, not reinstall, but actually install it. But I want to polish this up first, got a couple little edges on it, and I want to make sure it's gonna fit in there nicely. I take these edges off real quick, just so it doesn't catch on anything. But I'm going to wire wheel it with this. Even these spit out. I really should get me a like a smock, you know, like maybe a metal worker smock. No, the leather ones are nice, but I don't have one, so I'll just have to make sure I pick all the crap out of this one, or take this and wash it down at the laundromat instead of in my laundry machine, because I don't want metal shavings in someone else's clothes. I've done that a couple times. And all right, where did I put my glasses? Gotta have my safety glasses. There they are. Even though I need new ones. So I want to take and make it nice and smooth, and then we're gonna pack grease. I'm gonna grease this up, pack it in here. The washer's going either end, and I'm gonna put these cotter pins to keep it from moving around, you know, sliding out and all that stuff. I could have put a screw in it or a bolt. I don't have any bolts that small, and if I go any bigger, kind of defeating the purpose. So. Wear heavy gloves, because if you happen to get your finger on there, you definitely want to wear gloves anyway. But it's not going to hurt my hand that much. Well, it's not going to hurt at all, really. I'm doing this because it was rusty. That's just going to knock down any imperfections on it, so there's no issues when I put it in here. I put a piece of copper to use as a bushing inside, and this fits in nicely. So we'll grease this up, or this up, this over, bring this over. Take these two, probably a small pair of pliers to bend them over. Let's see, anything else I need? Nope. I'll come back and grab the phone and the camera, the phone, same thing. Big launchers. And gotta unhook it from my makeshift camera holder, bungee cord, packing tape. I'm sure I've said it 100 times. I don't know if you've seen the videos or not. I do appreciate you coming to watch the videos and what I'm doing. This is a modification for an anti-scalping roller. So when, like if I'm doing ditches, I get ditches that up front where all these trees are at back here, all those trees, there's a whole slew of them. That was a field, like an actual planting field. They, you know, corn, soybean, all kinds of stuff, like they do all around the front and all over the place. So they had runoff from the field. And for the most part, it's really shallow. It's pretty small up by the house. All the way down, there's a culvert. Corrugated pipe runs under the driveway and dumps into the... there's another little part that they dug out, and then eventually goes back out into the river. But the river is tidal, so it goes both ways in that ditch. So unless it's really dry and really hot, then most of the time I don't even cut in the ditch. I just cut down the side as close as I can get, and I'll either go down there with a weed whacker or I'll just wait, wait for it to get dry. But the other ones are really deep, so I can go back and forth with it. And it's still for cutting down the sides of it. So when I'm cutting down the side and I don't drop the deck too far, because I want the grass to be about 3 inches tall or so, 3.5. I don't cut it all the way down. And some people cut it like this, but we get real dry spells here. Sometimes it won't rain for weeks. We won't get hardly any rain at all. You'll get dew and stuff, and that'll feed the grass. But for the most part, it won't rain for a while unless you're watering your lawn. And it's better to have the rainwater than most people around here have well water, and you can bathe with it and cook with it and all that stuff. But I don't drink it. It's nasty. It's kind of salty-ish, and it's got a sulfury smell to it, sort of, and it's hard too. So it's really hard on stuff, and like we got a purifier on the clothes washer and all that stuff, because man, it's really hard on it on machines. So that's what I'm doing there, and so to keep me from scalping, into the grass, and then the blades dive into the grass and stuff like that. These things used to have, there's a piece of metal. Now this side doesn't have it, and this deck is a parts mower deck, and actually I've redone it and had to major modifications. Somebody did some really bad welds, like you can see here. They're really thick and kind of sloppy, and they broke, as you can tell by the separation. So I had to put all this plate aluminum top on both sides and underneath at the bottom. There's a big plate down there, and there's plating all up in here. I had to reinforce the deck, because when you pull it up by the hydraulics, this deck is like at least 350 pounds. It's really, really heavy, really thick metal. Most of the parts that are all, everything's steel. It's not like it's designed to take abuse and last and, for a while. And then, so here's another piece here, and I don't know where he must have welded this on. This is an original, but there's a strap here. It goes all the way back, and it used to come out kind of like a skid on a sled, and it had a loop, and it came around and went underneath of here. He must have added that, and then he took it out, and then he put this thing on. That thing's a hindrance to me. I gotta figure out. There's a gap down there. See that gap in there? Where you get grass and everything else hangs up in there, and long pieces, and then it pins up behind the wheel, and it tears up the inside of the wheel, breaks the bushings and everything else. And I had to replace it, so I replaced both wheels just to do it. That way it's done. Really and truthfully, this bar should have been on the inside of the deck, not the outside. And then you wouldn't have that gap problem in there. It would have been fine. But, things happen, I guess. And, so yeah, we're going to put this anti-scalping roller on. Anti-scalping. That's easy for me to say. Oh, let's see here. Look at this. Where did I put them? Don't tell me I forgot to bring my cotter pins over here. I thought I brought them over here. Nope. You didn't. You forgot. No, I had them over there. Where did I put them? Yeah, really? Yeah. That's interesting. I thought I had them over there because I carried it over first. Where did he go? It's like probably right in front of me, and I'm looking right at him, and I just don't see him. Bad eyes. Oh. Alright, well, I guess I'll get two more. I don't see him. I don't see him. Y'all see him, and you can point them out to me in the comments. Are you blind? Yes. A little bit. Thick. Now I'm not going to find you that thick, I'm sure. Nice fat one. Thick ones. two in there, they were that fat too. Really? Oh, wait, there's one. There's one. Or I'll use these. Oh, I got a better idea. I'll use these instead. Bling! I'll use these little bad boys. This'll work. Alright, now. Oh, yeah, they're right here and they're under. Whatever. Yeah. Alright. I'll still use this. This will be fine. I just think they might. Oh, maybe not. I thought they might be too small for that. But, nope. That's good. That's good. Alright, so I don't need it. Well. Alright. Did I get a rag over here? No. I was doing so good. I was so prepared for stuff. Not now. Oh, it's been a trying day. I'm having issues with my neighbor. He's usually pretty cool, but he just got real, I don't know. Something. That way it'll stay nice and, it'll be protected for one. But it'll, you know, stay greased in there. It'll wear off after a while, I'm sure, but, you know. There's enough room in there that if it's got a little heavy, and I want it heavy, because I'm not going to be taking this off again anytime soon, not that I know of anyway, unless it breaks or something. Alright. No. I wanted to, I think I've got, yeah, I've got room in here for a washer. Little skinny one. And I painted the end goal because every time I put this thing down, I can't seem to find it. I'm like, where did it go? It's leaning on something black. And I'm like, oh, there it is. Come on now, get in there. Where'd it go? Crap. I see it. I see it. I just don't want it to fall out. No, that's not gonna work. Maybe. Kind of tight in there. There it is. Come on now. Really? You're a turd. You are something else right there. Come on. Is that in there now? Is it in? It's in, I think. Yeah, I'm totally talking to myself. There we go. There we go. Nice and gives enough room so it doesn't pin up against the other side. Oh, there we go. Tap on there. Put the other clip in. Oh, really? Wow. Oh, now I gotta try to reach in here and make sure I can get it without flipping this over. And that's not gonna happen. Should have had some extras. Usually I like to do that, but I might not have an extra one. Well, maybe. Dig through all this stuff up here. That's too skinny. Well, for the time being, I'll hold it so I can get the one out of there because I'm going to have to. Where I've got the camera sitting. Whoop, wait a minute. Wait, where'd it go? Where I've got the camera sitting. Yeah, that'll work for now. I have the tiller that I pulled parts off of it to make this thing. So, yeah, it's kind of sitting there right now. But yeah, that'll work. I'll get the other one out and put that in place and we'll be good. And that'll take care of that. And then I can put the deck back on and get this thing out of here. Because I need to get back to sandblasting parts and stuff. I'm probably not going to be cutting the grass for a couple days because it's still going to be cold. And it hasn't really grown a whole lot. Maybe the next day. But yeah, I got parts I gotta sandblast and get ready for primer. Plus I gotta build, I'm gonna build a tray, basically. I don't know, if I blast this outside on like a tarp or something, or just on the dirt, I would lose, I'd go through a lot of material. So I've got some extra plywood left over, and I'm gonna build a box, basically a big box, with a tall, probably a 2 or 3 foot in the back, and I'll be able to capture probably about, I'd say about 70% of the material, and then I can take it, I'll have a plug in the end, I'll pull the plug out, drain it, I got a screen that it goes through, and I can capture in a bucket and put it back in the hopper. So yeah, I won't lose that, and I can start getting this stuff done. Although, I don't even know if I'm going to do that one, to be honest. I'll have to see if anybody, well, that won't be regular shipping, that'll be freight. And it'd probably ship for about $400, something like that. Maybe through U.S. or, I don't know, I think UPS would be pricey, probably like $1,000 to ship it. So I don't know, or I'll do a pickup only or something like that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'll build the box. I'll show you how I do that. And then when I get to the blasting part, we'll do some blasting. Hopefully it won't be so windy. And I don't really care. Well, yeah, I do care if it's windy because it'll be blowing all over God's creation. And then I can get all that stuff done and put it on eBay to be sold. And that's what we'll do. So I thank you for coming to see the video. I hope you liked it. Click the like if you like it, and share, and please subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, or whatever, you can leave them in the comment section below. Please be kind. Yes, I do the whole swearing thing. I'm trying to better my life a little bit, so I'd appreciate it if we don't have to do that. If you have any questions, like I said, you can ask there, or you can go to the about part in my channel, my description and everything. Well, you know where it's at up top. And my email is there. So it's uncleeddies.specialties@gmail.com. Ask me if there's anything you want to know about stuff that I have, about stuff that I'm selling or whatever. I'll have a store link, my eBay store link in there. And I do it's mostly Massey Ferguson parts. I do have some other hardware, and I've got a whole bunch of manuals and books and all this stuff that I'm gonna get rid of. But I don't have the cars. There's no point in keeping them, Like, there's General Motors, Chilton's, Chevelle, full-size Chevy like the Caprices and the Biscayne and the Bel Airs and the wagons and all that stuff. I have that one. Automotive one. This one's really good, actually. This is like a documentary or whatever from PBS, how stuff works. There's lots of pictures and stuff, and I'll show all that stuff of anything that I'm going to put in eBay. There will be videos for all of that, including all the parts that I blast and get ready for primer, because I'm going to prime all these at once. It'll just be easier to do. And yes, I got stuff there. It's already wrapped up. Stuff waiting to go out. You got a dash getting ready to go out, one of these, but in better shape than this one. I'm going to see about either I want to remake this in a poly, but I want to make them thicker. See, that's like 1/8 of an inch. I'd like to make it about, not quite a quarter, but maybe 3/16 or something. And then I want to do a dash, because I've already spoken with Massey Ferguson about it, and yeah, they're like, yeah, we don't make those parts anymore. I don't see a problem. So they're getting me all the specs and everything, and so I'll be able to do that with their, license, like a temporary intellectual property license to remanufacture those as a, like a reproductive part. I also want to do a set. I want to do the dash. I want to do, and I've talked to them about this already. This is what they call the accessory panel, or the transmission cover, drive shaft, transmission, all down there. I want to do this piece here, for the gears, controls, mid mount, rear. Rear power takeoff would be if it had it. This one doesn't. Well, not yet. It's going to soon, I hope. And the 3-point hitch up and down. The transmission, high, neutral, low, and then it'll be the on and off for the rear power takeoff. So that's my plan. Oh, and the what they call the glove compartment or toolbox, because I keep tools in it. So yeah, I want to make all 4 pieces if I can. I don't see a problem with it. I've been looking at poly injection molding, and could probably do a little bit stronger mix, still be flexible, but a little bit more UV resistant. Maybe almost like a fiber mix or something to give it a bit more resilience, due to the weather and the ultraviolet, and because these things are used, man, and all these parts that I do, these are not going to be for show quality, and I clearly state that they're all for, I make them paint ready. Some people might not want to paint them Massey red. Maybe they want to paint them something else. And so they'll be paint ready, but they're for use only. Because some of them are pretty rough. But like you said, you can't get these parts anymore. They just don't make them. And I don't want to see them disappear and rot into nothing, I've got plenty of that stuff going, like this one. This upright here. I'm going to have to figure out a way to redo this. I mean, it's still solid. It's not, it's not going anywhere, obviously, except for on the floor. But there's a rot back there, and a little in there. It's a battery tray. So I'm going to find a way to redo that to make that nicer. Plus, I got to drill out that bolt where they weld the bolts on. That's how you put the bottom of the dash on. So I got to, the screw head broke off in there, so I got to get that out. That'll be fun. And then I'll just retap it, or I'll take the nut off and probably somebody weld it for me. I had a guy come out here and he does that stuff. He's local. I got a bunch of stuff I want done anyway, so. Or I'll get a welder and learn how to weld. So there you go. As I said, I appreciate y'all coming. Take care of yourselves and each other and your friends and family and stuff. And if you get a chance to get outside, you can definitely do that. Maybe I'll do a sunset tonight if I can actually catch it. I didn't catch it last night. I tried to, but I got hung up with the neighbor asking me, my other neighbor down that way, asking me about something. Oh, a lawn aerator or something or other. I'm like, nah, I ain't got one of those things. So, it's not like you can just say that and go. It's like, they sit there and they talk to you about this and that and everything. I'm like, I'm like, come on, man. I'm trying to catch the sun, man, and I'm never going to get back up there in time. Didn't happen, so we'll try again. I appreciate y'all coming. And be good to yourselves, or be good or good at it. There you go. Take care of yourselves. God bless, and I'll see you later.